Hey guys, Mark Ferrasci, Protect Dog Training, and Marco, I think is his name. I don't know how to say it, but the gentleman that's going to take him wants to have a name because he knows that it's my breeding and etc. It's all good. It's weird to hear that because it's my name, right? It's in Spanish, wherever it's in, but Italian. He told me it belongs to Italian. So what I've done now today is I've got some of this Rex roll. It's kind of like the Red Barn hard rolls, and he loves this stuff. So I went out and bought a stick of it because I know that he's going to love it a lot more than the hot dogs. And look at his attitude. He's happy as all heck, right? I got the luring. I got everything I need. He'll about take off my hand, right? Now this is going to wear out on him, so we want to make sure we don't do it every day, because this will become boring after a while. We want to leave it novel. Right, so the way we do that is we work mostly with hot dogs, and every now and then we give them a treat, and we'll get more out of them. Look at that. Yeah, yes, good boy, good. All right, so that's where we're at with the No Name, who's now got a name, Morocco or whatever the heck. I gotta wait for him to say it so I can hear how he wants it pronounced. But we're on our way. He's gonna go home Sunday night with him and start to build his bond with the puppy, and start to go out and do environmental and puppy work with him. One of the things I pride myself on is with puppies, so we're gonna be showing him as much as we can and let him handle the environmental and start to learn to build a puppy. It's an art, guys, it really is, because puppies go through all kinds of changes and development mentally, and you've seen that with these two puppies. You've seen me have that. Each one's a little different. We've got Jezzy, and Jezzy's a female. She's a thinker. He's more driven by drives to go, go, go. His bite's better in a lot of ways, a lot more tenacity, but he doesn't have that processing that she does. She's always processing, which, you know, there's all kinds of things you need to deal with environmentally and what you're doing. Right now, you notice the little shaker cans I've got out here? You're like, good dog. Let him hear my voice, help him out with as much as I can. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a lot of classical conditioning with him, because he is so much of a driven little guy. We're going to use every tool we got to direct it where we want it to go. So things like his collar or the harness could go on him in specific times, right? When he goes out in public, put that harness on him, he feels better and more protected with that security of a harness. You've heard of the thunder harnesses for dogs that are afraid of sound and noise stimulation, gunfire, etc. They have this one harness that they put on the dog that kind of pinches them a little bit and has a lot of pressure on it and makes them feel more secure because they're in this harness. It's an unconscious psychological thing. They feel more protected when they've got that harness on them. So we're going to do anything we can to try to get this guy in the right frame of mind using classical conditioning. Things like when I take him out in the morning, I'm grabbing this and I'm doing my treats. Right away, this turns into gas, right? So I'll have it in the back of the truck. I pull them out. I shake it before I pull them out. Right when I pull them out, I'm shaking these cans. I take them out. All that emotional states of mind are going to go into working with the animal to a point where this becomes impervious to him, right? And we're going to use a lot of classical conditioning. When his harness goes on, this happens. When this goes on, that happens. And specific contextual type of things that we're very aware of. Classical conditioning, right? And we're going to use every tool we got in our tool bag to be able to use it to our advantage, right? So that's why I tell you guys that training is so much more than heel, sit down, stay. It's where's the dog's head at in the work? How do we create a mental attitude that gives him these work ethics and gives him a mental state of mind when he does certain things? That's important. One of those tricks, I'll give you a good example. When they go out and do schützen, they're going to go onto the field. They get the dog conditioned with their French choke or the fur saver is what we call it, or French, and they're the bigger rings. That's what you're allowed to go onto the field with. You're not allowed to go on the field with any other type of collar. As far as a correction collar with a choke chain, that's a French choke, and those are allowed on the field. So you can put that on the dog right before you go through the entry gate into the field and condition the dog to have that high, fancy, focused heel. It puts the dog in a preconditioned mental attitude Then you'll hear people go up to the gate. I do it all the time. Are you ready? You ready? That's a pump-up word for me that I use in all kinds of contexts, but it turns into right when I'm going to go on the field. You ready? Ready? Pump the dog up, put that collar on the dog, and you're preconditioning with classical conditioning to get that dog's mental state of mind into the place you want it when you're going to go out and do competition. Well, that same trick can be used with all kinds of things. So that's what we're going to do with him. We're going to put this harness on him. We're going to make him feel better when we go out in public. We're going to do things that put him in a frame of mind that make it more positive and conducive to him learning and putting his brain into a certain context as far as his mental attitude in the work. And the more you do that, you tie it contextually into things, you will have a conditioned tool that you can use to take somewhere. I think Player P, a trainer that's working with Oscar, that Oscar has mentored and brought along, the guy's doing a really good job. You see him out there. I saw him at the Canine Street League trial, and I was really impressed because instead of ready, ready, he had a real cute one for his dog, and it was the charge, right? So he went out to the field, he started that right away. The dog keyed in on it. That was his pump-up word before he went to the field. It wasn't a word, but it's a sound. It doesn't matter, right? And he's conditioned the dog to do that. So I thought that was great. You know, it really made him stand out as a trainer because he had something that was different, right? Something that's different. Kind of like Guapo. Guapo's got his battle cry, right? That makes it good. It makes that dog stand out more because everybody knows that little scream when Guapo gets ready to go out of the field. You know, and that's just they call it the battle cry, and I don't disregard that a bit. That's just who Guapo is, and might as well go with it, right? Yep. Good boy, good. All right, so that's what we're going to be doing a lot of with him, and then doing a lot of schooling as much as I can and trying to teach this guy how to work environment. And believe me, it is an art. I have 30 years experience doing this. I started it when I was a child. My dog went everywhere with me. Very creative, of course I didn't think as deep as I do nowadays with all the science I have behind my abilities, because I've gotten a lot of book reading, a lot of watching film, a lot of getting out in seminars and all this. Now I've got a lot of the science on one side of it that I can relate to. I was just doing it instinctively, going out, didn't realize I was doing it. I didn't get into keying the dog into a contextual classic conditioning like we're talking right now, and that's all you're doing. But it's a great tool, especially if you're trying to get the dog into a frame of mind, and being a sport dog or whatever, you want that dog in the right frame of mind because he's going to have to be on the field. In French ring, the dog's on the field for a half hour, 45 minutes because they got to do all the stuff, right? In Schutzen, they do 3 legs and they kind of separate it apart. The dog gets to go back away, then come out for tracking, do the protection leg, the obedience leg. It's different. But in ring sport, those dogs got to be out on that field for a long time. They got to carry themselves. So that mental frame of mind in the dog's emotional states of mind is very important for you to understand and for you to be aware of if you're going to get out and compete, right? Are you going to build a dog that's going to be competitive? That's what you've got to be aware of. Think about it. Get deeper in your thought process. Example, I'm always talking about going out to all these different type of sports. I go to ring sport, I go Schutzen, I hang around all of it. Why do I do that? And when I don't compete, I'm learning from these guys. I'm watching, I'm observing everything. And that's so important because each sport's going to have something that I can take away from it, right? So and there's a culture involved, right? There's a culture in Schutzen, USA. Right? There's a culture in ring sport, all right? There's a culture in KNPV, and I could get into it heavier, but they work differently in each one of them, and it's the culture that matters that creates that sport to be what it is, right? That creates that dog, the end product in that has been built and shaped and formed around a sport that, like in KNPV, is actually a certification for police dogs, right? There's a method to their madness. There's a lot of thought that goes into what they've done and how they've created it, and it creates certain things within the animal. So, in other words, thinking deeper, what does that sport do to that dog's psychological being? What is the positive? Well, I'll give you a good example. I've got a puppy. I need to be doing sack work and I need to be doing bite work. Teach him to bite to the back of the mouth. I want him to come in straight. These are all my criteria based on what I've seen. I do personal protection, and each sport has something I can take away from it, right? So I think very deep. KNPV is a great one to ask to get into because it shows you the difference. With French ring and with Canine Street League and everything, we have a kind of a standardized big old doughboy suit, right? Real soft, different textures, different ones. They've got ones that are for competition suit, and that's going to be thinner because they got to move faster and they need to be able to take on 20 dogs. How many ever dogs are in the trial? They got to stand there. They have a big old bulk and they're going to get tired out quick. So they use a thinner suit that requires more skills on the decoy to be able to esquive the bite so they don't take a full-on bite. They can kind of slip the bite, right? Get a little bit of a fabric more so than their leg, right? So every sport is a little different. So thinking about deep thought in that regards. KNPV, their suits are like a hard canvas type of a suit, and the dog's going to have a tendency to slip off. And then the other thing that they do with their suits that's different is they have a leather gauntlet underneath that to protect the decoy, but also it gives more rigidity to the shape of that suit, and it causes that dog to be able to slip off the bite. So from a young age, they're working their bite work with that suit and that type of a material, where it creates the dog to have to really bite and bite hard to hang on, because if they don't, they're going to slip, then they lose their prey. They learn real quick that they've got to bite to a certain bite surface and pressure to hold on to their bite. So you ever notice their dogs see a lot more jaw, right? A lot more muscle in their jaw, because that dog really does a lot of work in keeping his bite, and their whole development of that dog is totally different. So look deeper into that. Look deeper into the sport and realize, what does that sport create? Why do they do what they're doing? They've got one routine is a great way of explaining it. They've got that bike routine. And you'll hear people again and again say, that's because there's so many bikes over in Holland. Reality, dig deeper than that. Take one step back. Where is the scenario bite? The back of the calf. That's a bite zone. In other words, underneath the arm, on the back of the shoulder. These are all disabilitating pain locations. When the dog learns to strike, when he sees that picture, he's going to come in and hit that location, because the sports scenarios that they're doing with the dog is going to create this again and again and again as you're working the dog to be able to do the scenarios. Good boy, good. Yep, good boy. So those are bite zones, right? And those bite zones are critical in law enforcement, because they needed, like prone out on the wall and the dog's behind him. And if the decoy is going to move, or excuse me, the bad guy is going to move and try to get away, a lot of times that's where he's going to do it, because they knows the next one is the handcuffs. And once he's in handcuffs, he's in custody. But they always try to fight in between that time that they're getting contained, and the law enforcement know that. So what is the one thing that they do with the dog? He learns to take an esquive and bite the back of the shoulder, go to the back of the legs in a quick fashion when the person is in that position, that picture, right? Dogs seeing pictures. So look deeper in the sports and see what those values, each one of them, are going to do for you. I'll give you a good example of that. When I work a puppy, I do most of my sack work by myself, and I build it because I know the criteria, but also the dog gets a lot of confidence in playing with me, right? He's got no stressor involved with somebody that's different. It's all me. So the first development stage is me doing a lot of the work until he gets to about 4 months of age, where I really want to go out and work with somebody else. But I'll go to a Schutzen decoy, a kind-hearted Schutzen decoy that's very in tune with puppies. I want to go work with somebody that I trust, that is going to give me what I want, follow direction. But bottom line is, what does the Schutzen sport have over all the other sports with an emphasis? You know what it is? Grips and strikes, where the dog comes in, targeting and gripping, going right to the back of the mouth, and then holding in such a way. So that means that if you're trying to develop that dog for the Schutzen sport, and you're schooled in that, and that's the life you live, you're going to have a lot more ability in building my dog's bite and give me what I need as a Schutzen decoy, as somebody that I respect and I go work with, right? And so that is what I do with my young dogs first. I have to develop strikes and grips, and I want a Schutzen person that develops that to a point that becomes a conditioned response, where the dog bites, the back of the mouth, how he bites, the strength in his bite, all that stuff can be concentrated on. So you'll find me working with Schutzen decoys in the very beginning, because they have that skill in their tool bag more so than any other sport, right? Once I get done with that, I develop the dog to a certain age, then I'm going to go to legs, bottom of the body, and I'll go to a ring sport decoy, like John Luke over at PH Canine. I mean, he's a great decoy. I'll go with him, or Bambino, or somebody that really knows their stuff with ring sport, that's going to give me what I want with the leg work, because they're a master of that, because in that sport, that's what they're doing, right? Each sport has something to give me. right? Or I can get out there and live for just that sport and go after the awards and the titles and all that, but I don't live for that. I live to develop a dog that's going to be strong, and there's where my reward is. That's my trophy. When I look at that dog's end result, did I do a good job? Is that dog everything? So you got the genetics to give him that, right? Yep, good boy, good. Yes, good boy, good. There you go. All right, I'm going to pull out the clicker. And the other thing I want to do with him, good boy, good. Yeah, get it, go get it. Is get him high on this toy. Good boy, good. Yay, good boy. And get him into a lot of retrieving it and chasing after it so his brain goes to a spot that I want it. Because when I go out in public, I need to keep him busy with this. Oh, good boy, good. There you go. And keep his state of mind in a place that I want it as I'm working through the environmental. And this Nana, these little toys are the key. I never want my dog to go to what I call a worried state of mind. And as puppies, they have that fear being, I'm telling you. You got to know what you're doing, how to watch environment, how to watch people, how to keep your head on a swivel, 360 and watching everything around you, because everything, these guys are wild-eyed. They're looking at everything. They're very aware of everything. They're learning and growing with everything that they experience. My job is to try to turn that environmental into a training tool. It's not easy. People think, oh yeah, you know, they watch me go out and they don't think anything. There's 30 years of experience using environment, guys. A lot of years using environment and understanding how to work it to my advantage, where I build the dog using environment. Not many people do that. The only ones that I think can do it, and that's kind of where I picked it up, is the service dog industry, seeing eye dogs. My first boss was a seeing eye dog trainer, and he kind of pushed that aspect on me a little bit as he was working with and mentoring me, and I learned a lot about environment in that context, right? So that's the key, because their dogs have to be out in environment and work in public settings. Very important. So most of my training revolves around that, right? He loves this food, boy. Hup, hup. Good boy, good, yeah, come on. Come on, let's go. Yeah, good boy, good, yeah, good boy, good, yeah, good boy, good, yeah, good boy. Ah, good boy. Good boy. Good, the babies. Now, I don't want him chasing after this. This isn't a prey object. He's just got to get used to the sound simulation. Good boy. So I'm showing him my body this way that he's already got condition to chase that target hand, right? Good boy, good, yeah, good boy. Ha, ha, good boy. That's a boy. Good boy. All right, I don't want him really on top of this as a prey object, so I'm going to take him off of it. Come on, hop, hop. And then I'm going to avoid trying to create that type of stimulation where he wants to chase it and get him in a different spot. All I want is just the sound. Yep. And we'll build up to this, to can screens and all kinds of stuff as we build him. Because he's got to go out and maybe do some PSA. We don't know what he's going to do. Your dad's got to decide what he wants to do with you. Yes, sir. Yep. Yep. Good boy. Good boy. Yep, good boy. All right, back to our toy, because I'm really more worried about where's mental attitudes at. Yep, good boy, good, yeah, good boy, yeah, good boy, good boy. And this leads into your engagement, guys. He likes to be out here. This is nothing but a fun game for him. Remember, it's not all about heel, sit down, stay, and the physical behaviors of sit down, stay that you're trying to teach the dog. Where's the dog's head at in the work? What's his mental attitude? And all the stuff that I'm talking about matters, right? Ah, good boy, good. Yeah, genetics is where it starts. We got good, strong genetics, but we've got to always be conscientious about what we're after. I'm not just after heel, sit down, stay. I'm after where this dog head's at in the work, guys. All right, Mark Ferrasci, Protect Dog Training, signing off with Michael. I think that's how he says it. We're going to find out, because you're going to go home on Sunday. Yes, sir. You ready? Ready? Good, good. Got it. Get it. Good boy. Keyword, right away, get into that emotional chase. Out. Good. There you go. Out. Good. Trade for food. You ready? Good boy. Good. Get it. Oh, get it. Good boy, good. There you go. Good boy. Go, baby. Landed on your head. You landed on your head. You did a rollover. You did a ninja roll is what you did. Yes, you did. Ninja roller. Yes, sir. Good boy. Good, yeah? All right, good boy. Oh, good boy. Good, yeah. Good boy. Good boy. Let him land. Don't always just try to keep it. Let him win. We're out to build strength, guys, and this is just a baby. So to do that, you got to understand what you're doing in building strength, right? Good boy, good. See, all these little triggers. He hears that bag. He knows that means sound. Food. Yep, up. Good boy, good. There you go. Good boy. Good boy. Good, Marco. Yep, good boy, good. There you go. Good boy, good. All right, ready? Up, up. Good boy. Look at him pick up on the words and the body language. Yep, he's right where the bitch was 2 or 3 days ago. Yep, up. Good boy. Yep. Doesn't look like much when he jumps on that table, but you're building muscle, believe it or not. That surge, that twitch muscles, right? Good boy, good. Here you go. Yes, good boy, good. All right, clicker, a little bit of that. Good boy. Up, up. Come on. Up, up. Good. Good. There you go. Good. Throw a little bit of this in. We'll end it on play, but short and sweet. Nope. And that'll be it. Come on, we're almost done. Come on. All right, good boy. Good Come on, let's go. Good boy. There you go. Good boy. How you treat your dog is important, guys. I don't coddle him. And there is times that I get on the couch and coddle with my dog, but everything's about separation, compartmentalization. I say off, we go to different things. Yep. Good. Hup, hup. Good boy. Good. There you go. Nope. Come on. Here you go. Good. Nope. Good. Yep. Hup. Good. Come on. Come. There you go. Good boy. Good boy. Good. Good. Good boy. Good. Nope. Good. Good. Nope. Nope. Good. There you go. A little bit of pause before I said good and gave it to him. Good. Good. Nope. Nope. Good boy. Good, Marco. Good. Nope. Nope. Good. Good boy. Nope. Nope. Good. There you go. Nope. Nope. Good. Nope. Nope. Good. Good. Ready to end. We want to end it right on this high point of when he's doing what I want him to do, which is to stay there a little bit. Good. Margot. Good. Nope. Nope. Good. Good. Nope. Nope. Good. 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 Good, Marco. Good. Nope. Nope. Good. Marco. Yep. Good boy. Yep. Good boy. Good. There you go. Good. All right. A little bit of play. We're done. Ready? Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Go get it. Good boy. Yeah. Good boy. That's my boy. That's good. That's good. Yeah. Good boy. That's a boy. That's good boy. Hunt, hunt. Oh, good boy. Good. Yeah. Good boy. Hunt, hunt. Oh, the dogs. Hunt. Oh, good boy. Oh, good boy. Yeah. Good boy. Good boy. you got dirt all over your head today. Yes, you do. You got dirt all over your head. You gonna give you a bath today, huh? What do you think? Huh? You gonna put you in a bathtub and give you a bath? Good boy. Good. Nope. I think I let your owner do it. Yep. Good boy. All right, guys. Mark Ferrasci, Protect Dog Training, and Marco. I think that's how he says it. I'm going to talk to him, figure out how he says it. All right. Talk to you later. Where you go? You want to say bye-bye? You want to say bye-bye to the camera? Come on. Here you go. I got you. Good boy. Good. I got you. All these words matter, guys. They add up to our lexicon. I got you shows him that I'm right there for him. When he's in a position, trying to get him to jump on the stairs, do all kinds of little things, I'm always saying, I got you, showing him my support, being there to grab him and help him up on things, right? Good boy, I got you. Good boy, yeah, I got you. Good boy, good. All right, talk to you later, guys. Mark Ferrasci, Protect Dog Training, and Marco.